Alright, hello everyone, this is Princess Farron and I welcome you to more main scenario quest content from Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. So I'm back after I've been experiencing many technical issues regarding the controller. It wasn't working properly. So fingers crossed, let's hope it will work out this time so we can proceed. Here we go.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly? On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vigilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
They must have been tempered with.
In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Right.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
He's right.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies.
So cool.
As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Stoller always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks.
Thirst for fireworks.
All right. Once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. A blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Thankfully.
Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Let's hope it's still working, the controller that is.
Keep your wits about you.
It's done. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count. Damn, spotted.
Okay, where do we need to go? Oh no, not again.
Seven hell.
Come on, I'm selecting this one. Come on, controller. Stop it. Oh, seriously, I'm not pressing anything.
Seven hells.
Oh, it saw me. Oh, there's another one there.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point. Damn, spotted. Seven hells.
So how do we get to all these creatures? Stop selecting.
Must be losing my touch.
There we go. What was he doing? He was sneaking. Oh, that just sort of reminded me of the missions we had to do in Final Fantasy XV.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
Thank God.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
So Y'shtola will be happy. Wow. Quite the fireworks section.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Y'shtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
She felt it. Those dogs.
Oi, oi! Looks
Oi,
like we
oi.
ain't the only ones who sent out scouts.
Oh God, indeed.
Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
So many. Okay, controller, don't fail me. You're failing me.
Fighters! Protect the others! A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishtar is here!
Savior Vishnu is here. Amazing.
display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
If you say so.
We're the only ones constructed. How we put our backs into this?
Well, sirens.
I've been itching for a good scrap.
Okay. Okay, now I can. Nice.
You lot alright back there? We're fine. I'm ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Oh, I'm familiar with this track. Nice kick. Nice one, Stinger.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
Oh, this thing's colded.
That I did.
Go Leeds. Steady on.
That's for Gilia! Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
Ah, here's Jude.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
They're made of mithril. Let's go.
We have them now! Forward!
not fall behind!
Before the sun!
Yeah, thought he was one of us. He was that girl from the steppe. Yeah, That's the one.
A worthy adversary! Rest! Recover! Reclaim yourself! Then we will fight again! To the death! Sadu Hatun!
That was the last of them.
Finally.
The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
It's been secured.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kovosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes.
Really is all in ruins.
In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth. Freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed, bitterly so.
Rather be in Tavna or Sharlayan.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
So that's our first aetheroid of the region. So desolate. Okay, let's wait for this to load. Ah, here it is. It's Alfio. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Ether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. There. All warm. Now we can proceed. Okay, there is Graham. You will be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sight of trouble, though. It seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting. I will make my way there. Oh yes, it's inside a building.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porksy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service. Though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino.
Oh.
Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields. I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
God be good. If it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when we next meet. It makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. This one is also suffering with a cold. Cerulean Sprite, level 82. Should we practice a little bit? Oh! I need the current. Let's try to go get there first. I spy with my little telescope. A massive ship thing. Or maybe it's a cow. A man of chivalry. Footprints. Right. Okay. Got some footprints here. Yeah. We're Alphino and Alize are already investigating. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been open in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? Oh, there she is. So how do we do this? Okay. What? She won't stop running. Oh, no one's here. Yeah, you're imagining things, of course. The rock, quickly. Is she really a survivor or something else? They're all depending on her. Oh no. Here we go again. So where should we hide next? How come? How could it? Doesn't make sense. Oh, that one was able to proceed. Oh. Here we go again. She hid in the same spot I did, and she proceeded. She wasn't seen. Oh well. Okay, here she is. Oh, that is a cute dress. Savages. Senior. So few. Let's see what she can do. She looks so serious. warm up. It's not poison. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. Bit depressing to be always listening to the same thing though. There you go. You need to warm up too. Don't lie. Why is she lying? You'd best watch out for baby armistice while we're away. Right. there? How did you find us? What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the pure bloods over at Victor Spoils hadn't given away our location, you'd never have found us. Those sucker poor souls thought they could come waltzing in here demanding cerulean with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot now the capital's gone to shit. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. If they think we'll give them into intimidation, they've got another thing coming. Okay. Just after you left, Lysine asked me to go and catch up with you, in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I've a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. So this is Tapper's den. Well then, after you. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Good. Regardless of what the Ilsabard contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause for celebration, while for others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people, their lives, their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there will be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Okay, here we are. This isn't right. It's too quiet. Would have thought Alphino would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can have gone far. What's wrong? They really think they're trying to get them. We're trying to help them, you idiot! Her sister's ill. The empty bottles prove it, so the medicine ran out. Or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where I'll start. We'll start. Two sets of fresh footprints. Young women, judging by the size. This is definitely them. Come on. The trail stops at a frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place, it's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for an alien visitor to cross the ice. Could really do with Alfino's help, but we can afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Such a wide area. Oh, there's something there. An empty bottle. Could they be in this structure? Oh, there's an ether current up there. I'll have to leave that for another time. Oh, Fresh blood. Plenty. South eastwards. You're really badly hurt. But are they alive? Nope. Who or what did that? The beasts? And they took the radio with them.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
Oh.
No. Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have...
Couldn't have done anything, Alphino.
We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Do you want to leave them there?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders.
Not you
I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
There must have been something we could have done. But what? Should we never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? Okay, here it is, the ether current. Since we were close, we might as well take care of that. Walks pretty fast, actually. Good. Big gross. The sound it makes. You. Do they need help? No. Different sort of lamp. Every port has its particular lamp, which is nice. It's rather cool at this time of night, so all this snow is making me psychologically colder. Okay. So we're here. Come on, Lucia. Do appear. Okay, Alfino and Alice are already here, and now Lucia.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments. and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean
Indeed.
and accept our offer of assistance.
Maybe they'll understand.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So, tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
And unnaturally.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing. presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory. And that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
Quite the plot.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams.
What?
May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
Tower of Babel.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends! I must speak with you!
What happened?
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it.
I doubt he'll
Like
believe
you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I'm going with you.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
Of course.
Couple of children and what? A sellsword?
Don't
Is
call
this
it
an
that.
insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Really? Are you and the children ready? We do have names, you know. I'm Alize, and he's Alphino. And last but not least, there's Jude.